ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਜੀ, मैं हाँ कोमल कपूर। तुसीं देख रहे हो चैनल पंजाबी। कैनेडा ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੋਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਇਲੈਕਸ਼ਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਸਾਰੀ ਪਾਰਟੀਆਂ ਸਰਗਰਮ ਹੋ ਚੁੱਕੀਆਂ ਨੇ। ਕੰਜ਼ਰਵੇਟਿਵਾਂ ਨੇ ਐਤਵਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਨਵੀਂ ਮੁਹਿੰਮ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ, ਜਿਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੈਨੇਡੀਅਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੇ ਲਿਬਰਲ ਅਤੇ ਐਨਡੀਪੀ ਸੰਸਦ ਮੈਂਬਰਾਂ ਤੱਕ ਪਹੁੰਚਣ ਦੇ ਲਈ ਕਿਹਾ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਉਹ 1 ਅਪ੍ਰੈਲ ਨੂੰ ਨਿਰਧਾਰਿਤ ਕੀਤੇ ਗਏ ਕਾਰਬਨ ਟੈਕਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਾਧਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ। ਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਹੋਰ ਕੀ ਕੁਝ ਕਿਹਾ, ਆਓ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਹਾਂ।
Almost 3 times what the rebate is promised to be, and that assumes he keeps his promises about these phony rebates. So we know that everybody is going to be much worse off as a result of the carbon tax. Let's go through the many ways this is the case. First of all, there's the direct cost for the single mom who's trying to take her kids to sports and to school in the morning, who has to drive herself to work. She has no choice. There isn't an electrified train to take her. She can't ride her bicycle 40 kilometers every single day to get to the restaurant where she serves her customers. She will be paying higher direct costs. But then there are the indirect costs. Trudeau said, oh, on the face of it, you're all better off. Forgetting that when you attack the cost of energy, everything else goes up with a cascading increase. Let's move on to the cost of food. So I have here, this is actually an Enbridge bill from constituents of mine. They're the Madero's mushroom farmers. They produce most of the mushrooms in Eastern Ontario. Their carbon tax bill for 1 month was $21,620. 1 month. Trudeau intends to quadruple that carbon tax to over $80,000 in 1 month. Then that's he literally taxes the energy that they pump into their mushroom chambers, and then the drying cost and the heating cost, and then there's the trucking cost in order to take the mushrooms from the farm over to the wholesaler, which has to be heated, where it's taxed again. And then it goes from the wholesaler all the way over to the retailer. And in those big Costco facilities or even the small grocery stores, they have to heat the place. That all becomes more expensive. So by the time you buy your mushroom, it has been taxed by Trudeau and the NDP 5 or 6 times. You can imagine why this cascading effect drives up the cost of food. And then there's beef. Well, they want to ban you from eating beef, of course. Think about that. They want a carbon tax. They carbon tax the farmer who makes the grains. Those grains then have to be dried, so they tax the dry heating from natural gas that's used to turn that grain dry. That grain is then turned into feed, and then it has to be transported over to the farms where there are feedlots. And then the buying farmer who buys that grain for feed, he has to pay the carbon tax.
ਸਾਡਾ ਹਰ ਇੱਕ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਵੇਖਣ ਤੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜਨ ਲਈ ਸਬਸਕ੍ਰਾਈਬ ਕਰੋ ਚੈਨਲ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਤੇ ਨੋਟੀਫਿਕੇਸ਼ਨ ਲਈ ਬੈਲ ਆਈਕਨ ਵਾਲੇ ਬਟਨ ਤੇ ਕਲਿੱਕ ਕਰੋ।